But how does that mission, like we've talked about this generally, but how does that differ or different place to place? Because sometimes we think, well, there's a one size fits all mission,
Yeah.
but its expression might be different. So how
Yeah.
does that differ in place to place?
Travis, it's theological. You know, we at the end of the day, we are created, finite, limited cultural beings located to a particular place where God has called us. And we can't bypass that. We're not acultural beings. We're always embodied in a particular time and place. And even though there is only one gospel and one gospel message, this is where the word, I suppose, contextualization comes in. That we're kind of limited by our own locatedness. I mean, I think I probably said this in the last program, but you know, in 1 Corinthians 1, we do preach Christ crucified, but that message is not a kind of a generic Platonic 30,000 feet message, because in 1 Corinthians 1, Paul still contextualizes that for two sets of ethnic groups: Jews who look for power and Greeks who look for wisdom. Jews are not Greeks, Greeks are not Jews. And we still preach Christ crucified, which is a stumbling block. But to those who have been saved, Christ is the power, what Jews are looking for. Christ is wisdom, what Greeks are looking for, in precisely the opposite way that those things would be brought about. But Paul still does that work. You know, in Acts 17, he wanders around the objects of worship. So I think it's just a recognition of our createdness, that mission needs to be contextualized in different cultures at different times. Now, you can go as micro and macro as you want to. You know, you could say the gospel needs to be contextualized for American culture, but of course, you know, there's all this, you know, what does it mean for each state? What does it mean for each town? What does it mean for each neighborhood? What does it mean for each? And of course, you can go, or you can go more macro. What does it mean for West versus South? Or what does it mean for humanity? So you're always kind of making generalizations or being more specific. But the idea that we need to understand this, and this is how we get traction with people, is crucial. So I think that's why mission in that sense is localized. We need to do the hard work, theological truths. But what does that mean? That's why we do the hard work in understanding it, where we are, where God has put us. And that's crucial as well. So it's those two things together, I think.